Man, what's up with the what's up? It's your boy Tyrone Hunter back in the building, checking in with another edition of What's Really Good Entertainment. For this video, we go into the entertainment section where we're going to be talking about none other than Mr. Vybz Kartel, aka Adidja Palmer, aka Adi the Teacher. Straight out of Jamaica, Portmore Empire. But guys, I see him with. So, we have to do a profile piece on Vybz Kartel. We have to shed light on this issue because there's no justice. And when there's no justice, there's no peace. A lot of you probably heard some of Vybz Kartel music. A lot of you probably felt some of his impact. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our job to bring this issue to the media, to bring this issue to a platform to where we could hopefully get some justice for Mr. Vybz Kartel. If you've been rocking with the channel, I appreciate you. Stay tuned because you know I bring nothing but that fire. If you're just checking in for the first time, hit the like button on the way in the door. Hit the subscribe button on the way out the door. You see the title, you know my motto, I'm not going to hold you. So we're going to get right into it. So, for those of y'all that don't know, Vybz Kartel is a Jamaican dancehall artist. He's been in the dancehall industry for many, many years. But as of right now, he's been locked up since 2011 for a murder case. Now, the thing about this case is that the verdict got overturned. So which means right now he's sitting in prison and he have no charges against him. So he should either be released or a new trial should be granted, one or the other. But for some strange reason, things are getting delayed. And, you know, a lot of times when it comes to the criminal justice system and politics and things of that nature, that's how it goes. So I just wanted to highlight this issue just to let people know, you know what I'm saying, that where injustice occurs anywhere in the world, it occurs everywhere in the world. You know what I mean? And we have a duty not only to report on, you know, some of the violence and, you know, some of the senseless killings or, you know, some of the trending topics, but to also utilize the platform to bring light to things that, you know, have a little bit more meaning and significance. So, I'm going to let y'all check out this article and then I'm going to get back with my commentary. So check me out.
Music icon Vybz Kartel remains behind bars in Jamaica after his murder conviction was overturned earlier this year. A judge was expected to rule on his possible release today, but court was adjourned until next week without a decision.
All right, Fox 5's Lisa Evers joins us live in studio with what his lawyer has to say about these latest developments. Lisa.
Well, Stephen and Natasha, his attorney tells me they had hoped for some resolution by today, but that did not happen. It's been a roller coaster ride for dancehall music superstar Vybz Kartel. The murder conviction that has kept him behind bars for nearly 13 years was overturned in March, yet he is still not free, even though he's not charged with any crime. Now he will have to wait.
Okay, so you hear that? So that's the first piece of information. He's been locked up since 2011, which means he's been in prison for 13 years. His conviction was overturned in March. Right now we're in June. So his conviction been overturned 3 months ago, and he has no charges currently pending against him. They denied his bond, so which means he can't get out and fight his case. Instead of them just saying, okay, if we're gonna recharge you, then pretty much send him back to trial and then see what happened or release him. And it's not only him that's affected. He has a couple of co-defendants as well. But listen to this.
Even longer to learn his fate. This week, attorney Isaac Buchanan took his fight for Adidja Vybz Kartel Palmer's human rights to Jamaica's Court of Appeal. Even though the conviction was thrown out, the British Privy Council gave the Jamaican court the chance to decide on a retrial or outright acquittal, meaning there would be no further prosecution. Attorney Buchanan once again had to argue for his client's freedom before Justice Marvin McDonald Bishop, who kept the focus on constitutional issues.
They did admit that there were breaches of Mr. Palmer's and his co-defendants' constitutional rights.
There you go. It's already a breach of his constitutional rights. So it's like, what are you holding him in jail for? This is crazy.
They attempted to justify the breach, and we received an additional date for next week, Tuesday.
This means the nightmare of imprisonment in what Mr. Buchanan calls a brick oven is still not over for the physically ailing performer. None other than Britain's King Charles signed the order to overturn the conviction in March, but Kartel and his 3 co-accused remain incarcerated in harsh conditions. For Kartel, it's not just his freedom that's at stake, it's his very life that's on the line as he battles heart failure and Graves' disease. It's been an ordeal for his family, says his eldest son, whose dad has been incarcerated for more than half his life.
All right. So there you have it. There's what the news is reporting. And I'm going to give you a little background on this case. So in this way, you could get a little more understanding in case you haven't been following it from the beginning, right? So Vybz Kartel and his co-defendants is locked up for the killing of a person named Clive Lizard Williams. This crime allegedly happened and transpired in Jamaica, and him and his co-defendants is accused of killing Clive Lizard Williams over a dispute of, you know, whatever the case may be. All right, so the one thing about the whole conviction, the reason why, you know, the British court dealt with the case anyway, is because they never recovered a body. They have no physical evidence linking them to a crime. Whatever the crime scene is or was, or they think, or wherever the crime scene supposedly had happened and transpired, there's no trace of Mr. Lizard Williams. He hasn't been found at this time. You know, all of these years, Mr. Lizard Williams haven't been found, haven't come to light. You know, they say maybe he could have ran off or whatever. You know, some years ago, they presumed that he was dead, but because it's no body, you can't say he dead. So now the big issue was, how do you find somebody guilty, more than one person guilty, of a murder that you think was committed, but you don't have no body? You don't have a body that says, okay, well, this is the person that was killed. Yes, they had, you know, voice notes, which is recordings that said, okay, when Lizard came to the house, such and such was going to be done to him, but you still don't have a body. So this case was battling on and on and on in court. Now Jamaica's system is set up different because, you know, Jamaica was colonized by England. So any crimes or whatever that happened in Jamaica, pretty much if they appeal it, they have to appeal it to England. So they appealed the case to England. England overturned the verdict, which means through the verdict out, which means through the conviction out, based on all of this information that I was just telling you about. And if the conviction is thrown out, then that means they don't have a conviction against them. So there's no reason for them to be held in jail. So the fact that this happened almost 90 days ago, that the conviction was thrown out, they sitting in jail with no charges against them right now. So if you're not bringing no charges against them and you're not giving them a retrial, then they should be released. Especially should be released on bail until the case is decided. There's no reason that he should be sitting in jail. You know, so that's a major issue. And the other problem that I have with this, the biggest problem that I have with this, is that when the court overturned the verdict, which means tossing out the guilty verdict, They just sent the case back down to Jamaica for Jamaica to decide if they're going to give him a retrial, or for Jamaica to decide if they're going to release him. But they never gave a date, or they never gave a time frame. So this is where the big injustice come in now, because Kartel and his co-defendants been locked up for 13 years already on this case. If the court decided that, based on everything that happened in the trial, the murder conviction supposed to got thrown out because it can't stand, because there's no body and whatever other issues that existed, now you're sending the case back to the same Jamaican courts that never wanted to overturn his conviction in the first place. And you didn't give them no guidance. You didn't give them a date or a deadline as to when they got to make a decision, either to release him or to retrial him. So now last week, they said that they was going to come up with something. Then they pushed it to this week, and then that. And it's like this man is just sitting in jail. Now, Vybz Kartel was known as the world boss, was known as one of the best dancehall artists of all time. Even if you don't listen to dancehall music, you should go listen to Kartel. He, in my opinion, one of the most versatile dancehall artists that ever come out of Jamaica. Singing, DJing, sing-song, dealing with all different kind of topics that's, going on in the world. You feel what I'm saying? So I know my voice is not that big, and I know my platform is not that big, but I just wanted to highlight this issue. If you like reggae music, if you like dancehall music, if you rocking with Kartel, if you want to free the world boss, man, light up the like button. Hit the like button, man. Share this video. Get this information out there so people could become aware of what's going on. And it just so happens that United States is a state where we have a whole lot more freedom and liberty, even though people take their freedom and their liberty for jeopardy. But this just gives you an idea as to what happened in other countries and what happens in the criminal justice system is that, they don't have the same rights, and they don't get the same rights, the same freedom, and the same liberties, that we have over here. That's the reason you should stop taking it for granted and stop playing with your freedom. We see what's going on with the YSL trial. We see what's happening with Judge Glanville and how he handling the thing. It's no way possible Young Thug is getting a fair trial. So this just to highlight some of the things that goes on in the criminal justice system once you get arrested and accused for a crime. A lot of times they just want to hang you for whatever reason. So what I want to say is, shout out to Shorty, Vybz Kartel baby mother. Shout out to Addy and Liquor Vibes. His son, shout out to his daughter. She recently just graduate from school. Rest in peace to Clive Lizard Williams if he's dead. Free the world boss. Free Vybz Kartel, free Sean Storm, free the other co-defendants, that's locked up for this case. We don't wish death or we don't wish jail on nobody, but this is definitely something that we had to highlight, definitely something that we had to get out there, and all we got is our voice. So, man, use your voice for change, if you from Jamaica, man, make sure y'all protest this thing, man. Make sure, you're getting the politician them ear. You feel what I'm saying? And go protest outside the court, man, so they can free the world boss. Even if people say or feel or think that he has something to do with Clive Lizard Williams' death, there's no body, so you can't say a death occurred. And because there's no body and because there's no evidence that show that him the one that commit the crime, for those even that's on the other side, that don't support Kartel, it's like you can't say that a man is guilty of something, that a man should stay in prison, or because you feel they guilty, is that the crime have to prove them guilty, not what you think or what you feel. And if there's no body, there shouldn't be no conviction. But that's my thoughts. Mr. Tyrone Hunter, back with another edition of What's Really Good Entertainment. And tell me what y'all think of this situation. Do you think that Vybz Kartel should be freed? Do you think that he should stay in jail? You know, what do you think about what you heard in terms of how they treat in this case? They overturned his conviction and he's still sitting in jail with no charges against him. Do you think that's right? Do you think that's lawful? Whatever it is that you think, if you for Kartel or you're against Kartel, man, put that in the comment box. But I want y'all to light the like button up and share this video so we could get this video out there, you know, so people could become aware of what's going on with Kartel, because at the end of the day, everybody deserve justice. Everybody deserve, you know what I mean, freedom. Everybody deserve, you know, to be able to have their right to a fair trial, no matter what people think, no matter what the public opinion is. But me's a man will highly rate Kartel. No, then we hear that. So, free the world, boss. Big up Gaza. Big up everybody out there where support Gaza and support the teacher. Freedom is a must. Bob Marley said that too. And we out of here. To the next one. What's really good?